Oil prices climbed on Thursday as investors remain cautious over talks between Iran and Oman and whether they could lead to the reopening of the Strait of Hormuz, while reports of attacks on Saudi oil tankers in the Red Sea and the Gulf of Aden renewed concerns about global energy supplies. Brent crude rose to almost $80 a barrel, while U.S. West Texas Intermediate crude traded at just above $70 a barrel, as traders weighed the balance between diplomatic progress and continuing security risks in the Middle East. Markets are closely watching negotiations between Iran and Oman after Tehran said the two sides have reached an understanding on the geographic route ships would take through the Strait of Hormuz. Iranian officials said a joint announcement is being prepared provided there is no outside interference. However, uncertainty remains after Reuters reported that a proposed agreement could give Iran greater control over ships entering the Gulf through the strategic waterway, while US President Donald Trump has said a deal to reopen the strait is close. US officials have repeatedly insisted they would not accept any arrangement that allows Tehran to control access to one of the world's most important energy routes. Iran has also warned Gulf states that any US attack on its territory would trigger retaliation against critical energy infrastructure across the region and keeping geopolitical tensions elevated despite ongoing diplomatic efforts. Analysts said hopes for a negotiated settlement have improved sentiment, but military risks, threat to shipping lanes, and uncertainty over the Middle East oil supplies continue to underpin prices. Adding to those concerns, Yemen's Iran-allied Houthi movement has claimed it launched a missile attacks on two Saudi tankers, one in the Red Sea near Yanbu and another in the Gulf of Aden. Saudi authorities have not confirmed either incident. Shipping data also showed that crude exports from Gulf producers remain significantly below pre-conflict levels, reflecting the continuing impact of disruptions in the Strait of Hormuz and the Red Sea. Meanwhile, fresh US government data showed crude oil inventories rose slightly last week as refinery activity eased and imports increased, a sign that domestic supply remained relatively comfortable despite ongoing geopolitical uncertainty. Investors are expected to keep a close watch on developments in the Middle East, with any progress in negotiations or further escalation around key shipping routes likely to drive oil prices in the coming days.